Welcome to your evening yin class. To start with, let's come into child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, arms above the head, maybe resting your forehead on the ground and letting your chest sink closer to the ground beneath you. If your head is quite far away from the ground here, feel free to use pillows or cushions or a bolster for a little bit of extra support. We're going to take a few breaths in today's poses, focusing on relaxing the body and taking really slow inhales and exhales. Trying not to let your mind wander. If it does, that's okay. Just keep bringing your attention back to your breath, back to your body. And then slowly lifting your head, place your elbows on the ground, hands come together, tuck the toes under, widen your knees as much as possible, and then make sure that your ankles are in line with your knees, coming into our frog pose. So your hips are in line with your knees, your ankles are in line with your knees. If this starts to feel too much, feel free to place blocks or pillows or cushions underneath the thighs for a little bit more support. And to stop yourself slipping out further. Find that slight stretch and relax into it. Now, if you want, you can take your hands out long, sink your chest down to the ground and either rest your forehead or your chin on the ground. This is going to make the pose a lot more intense. So please listen to your own body, find that slight stretch, find that pose where you can still breathe. And then push down through your elbows so you can come back up, slowly bringing the toes closer together and then the knees. And just come to sit on your knees for a moment. Lengthen through the spine, hands on the knees. Take a breath here. And then come over to seated, legs out in front. Let's take the left leg out long. Right knee bends up, place your right foot over the left side. And then use your left hand to hook around the right thigh. Right hand comes behind you for a little twist. Holding it here, taking some slow breaths. And then slowly come back to center. Just twist to the left for a second, just to counterbalance that. And then let's switch sides. Right leg goes long, left leg bends in. Hook your right arm around your left knee and twist to the left, left hand behind. Taking some slow inhales and exhales here. And then slowly come back to center, twist it to the right for a second, and then uncross the legs. We're going to grab our props here. So grab a block for the top of your head, placing that behind you, and then placing a bolster or a pillow over that. We're going to lean back on the props so that our head is higher than our heart. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide, arms down by the side. Now make sure that you're comfortable here. So rearrange if you need to, and it's okay if those feet slide further away from you. Just completely relax the entire body and take some slow inhales and exhales here. Slowly bring your knees back together. Use your elbows to prop yourself up. We're going to come into our next pose, so remove the props for a second. You want one prop here. I'm going to use a block, but feel free to use a bolster or a pillow. You're going to place this behind your chest and lean back over it. So your head's on the ground, but your chest is lifted. From here, you can lengthen out the legs and lengthen out the hands. Or maybe even bring your arms up above your head for a little bit of a shoulder stretch. Just make sure that the props aren't irritating your shoulder blades here. So make sure that it's nice and comfortable. If it feels too much, have a prop that's not as high. Maybe roll up a pillow or a blanket. Just really opening the chest here. Slowly bringing the arms down if you had them up. Bend the knees, prop yourself up onto your elbows. Remove the prop and come up to seated. And for the next pose, a bolster is really good, but if you don't have a bolster, again, pillows or cushions or blankets work fine. We're going to come into butterfly, but with something underneath the knees here, okay? So you can also use blocks underneath your knees. Grab hold of your ankles, lengthen through the spine, and then we're going to fold forward, just completely fold over and focus on some slow breaths here. Just letting your head get heavy, just let everything sink down. And then slowly bringing yourself back up, remove the props. Come to seated, or if you're already in bed, feel free to lie down. If you are seated, roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Namaste. Inhale the hands above the head. Exhale, hands together, hands to heart center. Namaste.